DC games are like buses. You wait years for one to come around and then a bunch show up at once. In 2022 alone, we're getting Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. At DC Fandom this year, we finally got more details on Gotham Knights, so here's everything you need to know. For all the latest on Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad, make sure to like this video and subscribe. Let's kick off with the plot, and confusingly, Gotham Knights isn't actually connected to Rocksteady's Batman Arkham games. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is, but Gotham Knights is an entirely original story set in a different continuity. It takes place after Batman's death. Yes, you heard that right, death. In the game's first trailer, Batman sends a pre-recorded message to his 4 proteges, Batgirl, Robin, Nightwing, and Red Hood, to tell them that he is gone, the Batcave and everything in it has been destroyed, and that they are Gotham's only hope now. Interestingly, Batman also calls out that they can't count on the Gotham City Police Department anymore, as they haven't trusted the Bat family since Commissioner Gordon died. We're not quite sure how Jim Gordon died or even when he died, but given that his daughter Barbara is Batgirl, we're sure that'll come up throughout the story of Gotham Knights. Not wanting to leave the team completely high and dry without any kind of hideout or tech, Batman leaves them the Belfry to act as their base of operations. In terms of supporting roles for the young heroes, Bruce Wayne's butler Alfred will help out the team, as well as Renee Montoya, the quote, last honest cop at GCPD. And they'll need everything and everyone they can get their hands on because the Gotham criminal underworld has quickly realized that Batman's gone. There's obviously a huge rogues gallery of baddies for the Knights to take on. We've seen that Mr. Freeze and Penguin are already trying to muscle in on Gotham, but there's one particularly formidable set of foes that will be the main antagonists of the game, the Court of Owls, a secret criminal society that rules Gotham from the shadows, complete with its own army of assassins called the Talons. The Court of Owls is always watching and listening and pulling the strings from behind the scenes. They kidnap young kids and brainwash them into becoming their assassins and have a twisted way of dealing with their enemies. It's safe to say prepare yourself for some mind-altering hallucinations. And maybe a labyrinth. The Court of Owls are certainly a force to be reckoned with, and if you want to learn more about them, first of all check out Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo's 2011 run in the comics, or take a look at this video our very own Tam made, theorizing how they could fit more into Gotham Knights. I'll link it in the description below. Fun fact, if you're wondering where the owl part of the court comes from, it's because they're the natural predator of the Bat. Each member of the team has their own unique playstyle and abilities, as well as their own skill trees. Robin, for example, can teleport via the Justice League satellite system and focuses more on stealth. Nightwing has his acrobatics, Red Hood is proficient in many combat techniques, and Batgirl will probably be most familiar to those who have played the Arkham games, having a similar arsenal to Batman, as well as the tech chops. Gotham Knights can either be played solo or with a friend via drop-in, drop-out online co-op. Brawling will be similar to the Arkham games, but the combat system has been entirely redesigned to work better in co-op, so you and a friend can do cool takedown moves together.
Dad, you're it!
Enemies will scale to your level, so you won't be prevented from going anywhere or tackling something for fear of being underleveled. From the alpha gameplay preview from 2020, where the gang tackles Mr. Freeze, it was revealed that in these villain encounters, as they're called, the bosses will have different abilities depending on the level you approach them at. If you decide to main one member of the Bat family, you don't need to worry about the others lagging behind, as all 4 share story progression and level up even when you're not playing as them. It also looks like you can pick up items from the bodies of foes, but it's not quite clear if there's crafting in the game just yet. But given that you have to improve your equipment, there might very well be. During the day, the team will regroup at the Belfry, working to find clues, improve equipment, and prepare for the night. While you may not have the Batcave and its tech treasures to help, you do have access to the Bat computer, which according to WB Montreal is an incredibly important part of the game. When you're ready to venture out into Gotham to fight some crime, the game will fast forward you to night. Gotham City has 5 boroughs and they'll be bustling with activity, from villains like Mr. Freeze trying to manipulate the weather to more run-of-the-mill crimes that the Bat family will need to tackle. But at the heart of the game will be the huge mystery that you'll need to untangle, the Court of Owls. Gotham Knights is being made by WB Games Montreal, who you might recognize as the developers of Batman Arkham Origins from 2013. They also worked on some of the DLC for Arkham Knight in 2015. Key dev talent working on the game includes its creative director Patrick Redding, who worked on Splinter Cell Blacklist and Far Cry 2, and its narrative director Anne LeMay, who worked on Mass Effect 3 and Dragon Age Inquisition. Originally set for 2021, Gotham Knights was delayed to some point in 2022. It's set for release on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series S and X, as well as PC. There you have it, everything we know so far about Gotham Knights. For more on the game, as well as all the latest on Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, make sure to like this video and subscribe. I mentioned it earlier, but Tam did a really great video about the Court of Owls and how they might fit into the game some more, so if you're looking into some theory crafting, I'll link it in the description below. I'm on Twitter at LucyJamesGames, and I'll catch you next time. I'll leave you with some gameplay from Gotham Knights.
This doesn't look up to code. If anyone asks, I meant to do that.
I won't say a word.
Tours were still going on when Freeze came through.
Those poor people. They didn't stand a chance.
Gotham Knights is built to let players approach each challenge with their preferred style and their preferred build.
You know how cold it is up there, right? You want to die of exposure? Be my guest.
This will only take a second.
Check it out. What the hell is she doing? Keep them occupied.
No precision!